Are you gonna be in love with me? I want you and need you to be still in love with me. Say you're gonna be in love with me.
My brother got married. Jimmy. Tell him something, bro.
Welcome back to another episode of the Bride's Room podcast. I'm your host, Authentic Aisha. And if you're planning your big day, if you're helping somebody else plan their big day, this is the podcast you need. Guys, you know, if you are a wedding lover, an avid wedding lover, someone that just likes wedding gist, then you've come to the right place. The Bride's Room. And you're definitely going to get my unsolicited opinions. We're going back to basics. So I'm sure you can see we are in the studio. And I'm sure if you've been watching over the last few weeks, we've been virtual, we've been in Nigeria, we've been there, here, there, everywhere. But we are back home where, you know, this all began and where, you know, I had the most fun because, you know, I'm from the UK. So, yeah. With that being said, guys, today we've got a lovely, beautiful guest in the building. She goes by the name Venessa. So I'm going to throw the camera over there and let her introduce herself. Hi, Venessa. How are you?
Hi, Aisha. I'm good. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for coming. It's been a long time. It's been overdue, to be honest. I feel like they've been in the pipeline for a long time, but like, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have you finally here in the Bride's Room. Yeah, we're going to talk about all things weddings today, especially your wedding.
Girl.
I hope you're ready.
Girl, I'm ready.
Good. But before we jump into it, if you don't mind introducing yourself to the guests, like who are you? When did you get married?
Yeah.
And then don't worry, we're going to dive into the details. I'll be asking the questions after.
Sure.
Oh yeah, sorry, let me put some respect on the name, Dr Venessa.
So yes, my name is Venessa. I'm a medical doctor. I got married nearly 11 months today actually. I lied. 11 months yesterday.
Oh,
yes, we had our court wedding last August, and then we had our traditional Nigerian wedding a week after, and then a week after that we had our white wedding.
Oh my God, congratulations.
It feels crazy. It feels so long ago now.
It feels like ages ago because I remember as well, like a lot of the time, I'm sure people know by now, but a lot of the brides that I have, like I feel like we planned obviously I'm not completely a part of your journey, but like I remember you being engaged.
Yeah.
And I remember you coming to my bridal brunch.
Which was amazing, by the way.
Oh yes, guys.
It was so good last May.
That day so much. That day was like, I felt like I'd like I hadn't met you guys for the first time. Like I felt like I'd known you guys for forever.
It was so nice. It was like
lovely.
8 of us, intimate, other brides.
It was so cute.
Yeah, it was
and
so
everyone was
nice.
just, and remember we were meant to be there for like 3 hours. We didn't leave for like I think we were there for like 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
just talking. And they were like,
my chest came out that day, boy.
and they were like, okay, guys, like, you know, we need the table back. But
Yeah.
imagine if they didn't take the table back.
We'll be there.
We'd have still been there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
But yeah, how have you been, girl, since then?
I have been good. I have proper been enjoying married life. Like I said, be on the other side, child.
Listen.
I can't wait for all the brides to be on this side.
Yeah.
We've just been enjoying married life, enjoying
Lovely.
traveling, enjoying it just being us two. No stress, no wedding planning, anything. So yeah,
I
it was
love
good.
that. And your money is yours.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Praise God.
Amen. Receive it.
Amen.
No, I love that. I feel like today's episode is going to be a really fun episode.
Yeah.
There's nothing that just beats like seeing people in the flesh and just like gisting with you guys. Cool. I don't know. Is Apple even allowed to be in here? I don't know. Let me just put them there for now.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't know. Yes. So where were we? So we were talking about last year. You got your money back. It's
Yeah.
all yours. We're
Yeah.
having fun. Great. Cool. So this is the bride's room. So of course, you know, I'm gonna ask the questions. So I hope you're ready for this episode.
As much as I can be, I'm ready.
Okay, let's start off nice and light. Let's talk about the love story as well. Because me, I love a bit of black love. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be biased and I'm trying to be diverse. And you know,
I love
but, you
black
know,
love. I'm biased, though.
but I love me a bit of black love. So I would love to know, like, what's your like love story? Like, how did you meet your husband? When did you guys get engaged? Tell me.
Yeah, so we're throwing it back to like 9 years ago, just before uni. We're both going to like this northern uni, and we have this mutual friend who was like, well, you both going to this weird northern uni, just get to know each other. And then literally from that day onwards, like August 2016, we've been inseparable more or less. It was official about less than a year after that. Got engaged in November 2024. And then 9 months after, had our wedding.
Hey, you
I
guys
know,
moved
it was quick.
Was
God,
that
I wasn't paying.
intentional?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I didn't want a long engagement. And honestly, you know us women, like when we're ready to
Yeah,
be
I
engaged,
know.
our
No
timelines
one can
can be
tell
a bit
us
different. Exactly.
I ain't trying to hear nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Before you-
But it was like, yeah, I didn't want a long engagement period. Like
Yeah.
I knew, okay, cool, I want to get married the following year. And September, August just sounded nice. So we're like, yeah, let's just plan towards it.
No, well done.
Yeah.
Because even like following your wedding, like obviously when you actually got married, it looked beautiful. It looked like you guys had planned that for ages.
Oh, God.
So kudos to you guys for doing that in 9 months.
It was good. And we had an awesome planner. Like, actually, can I plug people on here?
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I've been trying to be strict for the last couple of years, but I'm tired of like trying to like everyone use who you want at your own risk at this point.
Your own risk, ja. But Touch of Heaven events.
Oh, really? Oh,
She's
really?
so good. So if it wasn't for her like guiding us through the process, I don't know if we could have done what we did in 9 months. For sure.
That's lovely. So just to clarify, you actually had a planner because a lot of the time the brides that I have, they usually have coordinators but not planners. So I feel like that's why you're able to turn it around quickly in 9 months as well to the level that you did it at.
No, exactly. So we chose our venues and then we were like, we definitely need a planner to help us. So she helped us with everything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you had multiple weddings though? You had a separate trad and a separate
we
white
did.
wedding. So did she plan the two of those?
Yeah,
weddings?
she planned both. And they were like, a week, 5 days apart. So she did really, really well.
No,
very, very well.
amazing. So that sounds really, really lovely. It sounds like you've had quite a lovely like long-term relationship that naturally just transitioned into a marriage.
Very much so.
And a very nice, well, let me not say seamless. So how were you still getting, let me understand this.
Okay.
How were you still getting stressed when you had a planner? Because usually I feel like the stress comes because most people don't have a planner.
True, but we knew that, I guess we'll talk about the magnitude of my wedding, in particular the traditional, later on, but I guess the sheer magnitude of the wedding, alongside like family liaison, working together with families, important stakeholders, doing all of that, I guess, were the more difficult things, I would say. Yeah, that stressed me out. But and then naturally so vendors, there's some vendors that you'll gel with, some vendors that will just do your head in.
But how? Because I thought that the planner was like the gatekeeper from. Like, I didn't really think that the couple would have to interact with the vendors so much. So is it a case that she sourced the vendors for you, but then you would still have to like interact with them to a certain degree, or like how did the stress jump over your planner and get to you guys.
So luckily for us, like she did gatekeep us from a lot of stuff. But I guess it's the vendors from abroad, Nigerian vendors, getting things sent over to the UK, liaising with them. Girl, you know how it goes. You know how it goes.
Just a side note.
Yeah.
And we can keep this in or we can take this out. But was one of your vendors? Because I'm sure when she was getting dragged.
I saw you were posting, innit?
I said, oh, damn. Because I know one of my brides last year that I had interviewed.
Yeah.
She was, I think, was it you that was telling me or she was telling me? One of you guys were telling me that you guys had
I messaged her, but I messaged her too late.
Yeah.
I should have messaged her early. I should have messaged her early.
When she was sharing her story, this was before, and she was sharing her story, I can see she was really frustrated, but like, she didn't want to do too much. And obviously, I've spoken to enough brides to know that, okay, this vendor's tapped, but I don't have enough evidence before they now start saying, Aisha, you're being messy. Do you know what I mean? But when it happened, and I saw certain people reposting them, you being one of them, I said, she got a few of these girls. But the work ate, though.
Yeah.
The work ate on all of you guys. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Or did you say it was worth the stress?
No.
It wasn't worth it. No. Really?
No.
Okay, can we briefly talk about it? What was it about dealing with Nigerian vendors that stressed you, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it's just not being on ground to perhaps go to more regular fittings and to be like more specific with what you want. Like, actually, no, I like this embroidery, or no, I like this material. And so I had to have a couple versions of my dress until I got my final dress. And even still, there were some issues. Like, luckily, still looked good on the day, and we thank God for that. But still didn't feel my best because of the experience I went through. So I would say, like, if any bride was to use a Nigerian vendor, like, if you can be there one or two times at least throughout the process, try and be on ground, or have someone that's on ground. But there's nothing like being on ground to try on the dress one or two times, which they usually offer anyway. There's nothing like that, I would say. And then the whole shipping it over, that's also a headache.
Yeah, but what made shipping the dress over such a big headache?
Girl, my dress was lost for like 2-3 weeks.
No.
All my dresses for my child were lost for like 2-3 weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah. And then
how close to the wedding are we talking?
Maybe 4 or 5 days. It just appeared on our doorstep.
Find it.
Just appeared on our doorstep.
What? It just came to your doorstep?
Yeah.
God.
I'm not trying to catch a case
your family
about
must have been praying.
So I'll be praying with some friends. But other friends will be like, so what's the plan? Do we roll up? Like, do we roll up?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to be clear as well, did you use just dress designers for your dress? Like, was it for, when it came to Nigerian vendors, was it just for dresses, or was it for like other things as well?
More or less just dresses, but like small things like the illustrations that people are doing for like their like trad. How do I describe it?
Oh, nice.
So,
okay, souvenir. Okay, but that,
those were fine. Like, other than spelling my name wrong, because obviously my name's spelled a bit differently.
Yes.
Some of them printed my name wrong on 1,000 pieces of souvenirs. Said remove it.
So did you get that rectified, or you just had to just
but then they still came late, so they came after the wedding. Anyway, that's like the least of my problems. You know what I mean?
Your dresses are the most important.
By the way,
we thank God that they arrived.
Hallelujah.
I can only imagine the stress you went through, though. But yeah, no, I saw that. I'm glad, like, to some degree, kind of vindicated. I'm sure, like, when it happened, I can only imagine the feeling of like,
maybe off camera I'll tell you the full story.
Yeah, no, I want to know. But swiftly moving on. Oh gosh, so I can imagine, and I've heard it quite a few times. As much as like, you're able to save on costs, and of course, a lot of the time the work eats as well. You kind of have to like be prepared to go through a bit of like turbulence when it comes to dealing with vendors outside of the UK. Let's just say, 'cause let me not just pinpoint and say it's one country. I think it's like when we're going internationally now. I think that's where the wahala may.
And I feel like everyone feels like it's not going to happen to them. But as you said, preparedness is so important.
Can you say that again, please?
Preparedness is so important.
No, the line before that.
Everyone thinks it's not going to happen to them. Maybe I hope it doesn't happen to you. I hope. but be prepared.
Literally.
Don't say you weren't warned.
Because the brides, they come. By the way, we're nearly 60 episodes in. Every bride has shared their story, yet I'm sure there's at least like a portion of viewers that sit down and think, could never be me. Me too. Do you know?
I was one of them.
I was there once upon a time. And I think sometimes, a lot of the time, people just think, oh, well, it couldn't be me. I've always dreamed of using this design. I've always dreamt of doing it this way. Okay, cool. Let's see your story when, and we hope that it all ends well. And to be honest, 99% of the time, or 97% of the time, on the outside looking in, no one can ever tell that you had all these problems.
True,
it looks beautiful. Like when I was looking for your content today, I was like, wow, the dress they ate. Like they were really, really lovely. Everything was beautiful. So yeah.
You thank God.
Yeah, make an informed decision. Okay, and then let me just remind you guys as well, if you are watching this, if you're listening to this audio, if you are enjoying what you're hearing so far, please do hit that subscribe button. Please do give me a like, a follow. I don't know what it is on Spotify. I think it's a
follow. No?
I think it's a follow or rating.
Oh, is it rating?
Please,
okay.
yeah, please 5-star, please. I'm just aiming for just a couple of stars. Because the girls are here, they're helping. They're sharing their experience. This is literally gold. So if you could help us help you, I would be so grateful. So yeah, let's go into your journey. So like the actual wedding day, how was it? Talk to me about like the trad, because you also kind of indirectly you went viral obviously for the wedding, but then I saw that you guys had like 1.6K.
Oh, girl.
That's the number of guests? Am I
1.5, 1.6?
1.5?
I don't know.
How?
Something like that.
How did we get there?
So you know how Nigerian weddings work. So you invite a set number of people, and then this auntie will bring their entourage, this uncle will bring his mates, this friend will, do you know what I mean?
And sorry to interrupt you, just to clarify, yourself and your husband are Nigerian.
Yeah, we're both Nigerian, but we're both from different tribes.
Ooh,
so we invited, our limit was 1,000. We end up inviting maybe 1.1K, and then 1.5 to 6 came on the day apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so what tribes and whose tribe made the number get to that?
I know you know. I know you know. So my husband is Yoruba, and he's the only child.
Oh no!
Yeah, to a big Nigerian family, Yoruba family.
We love it.
Yeah, and I love them. They're great. Like it was so much fun. And then I'm from a tribe called the Okwani tribe, and it's in like the southern part of Nigeria in Delta State. Very, very small tribe. And the way we do our traditional weddings are a lot smaller. So in the morning, we actually did my trad upstairs in one of the rooms in the Meridian.
Okay.
About 100 people, very intimate. And then we made the Yoruba ceremony like our reception part.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, probably like colourful, very vibrant. Like it was so surreal. Like just experiencing it all.
So technically your trad was still a 2-in-1 then?
I guess so. Yeah.
So you did it in the you still had to do something in the morning.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time people tend to do their trad in the morning, then they wear the white dress in the evening. But you did your tribe in the morning and then your husband's tribe in the evening. Which is really, really lovely. Say that again, sorry. To pay, puffed up the cash. So did you guys have big bride prices then?
No.
I feel like Nigerians, we just care about like that. Like it's an actual wedding that the money goes into. I kind of like as well anyway. So then how did you find that day? Because even though it was just, I guess you separated it from the white wedding.
Yeah.
How did you find the combining the two?
Yeah.
They're still separate cultures.
They're very, very different the way we do it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's so nice I think for a lot of people, it could be like their first experience of being like properly immersed in the cultures.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like. It was just like two families coming together to respect each other's culture and to celebrate our union. And it really was like the best experience. Like I loved both ceremonies equally. I loved the outfits. It's great. I love wearing ashrakah. I love wearing Indian George. This is what we wear in my tribe, like as like the family, the bride, the groom. So yeah, it was brilliant. I actually had so much fun.
It was beautiful and it looked like a really fun day. Like the dollars were spraying, the colours were popping. You know, the venue. I love Meridian. I'm biased. I'm sure by now everyone's tired of me. I love the venue. I just feel like, especially like when it comes to like African culture, historically, a lot of people never gave like traditional weddings that respect that I feel like it deserves. So I'm always going to be a fan of like people that really give the culture respect, whatever culture that is. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be Nigerian, but wherever you come from, I love when people like just go all in. Okay, and then yes, so then I saw the reason why I saw it was 1.6 people or 1.5, 1.6 is because of the food.
Right.
So I saw that your caterer had done like a video saying like this had never been done before in the UK. How did we get to the point where you spent the amount? Am I allowed to say the amount on mic or just kind of no?
You can say.
How did you get to the point where you guys spent 70k guys on food?
Okay, so for clarification, we didn't actually spend 70k. I think the context of the video is important where she said, 1.6 people showed up, and if you were to have an event of that magnitude, that's how much it will cost.
Okay.
However, I only invited 1,000 people, so I guess people can infer what they will from that statement. But nonetheless, like, we know that we did have quite a big budget and we spent quite a lot on food. And I guess a bit about that is because we were kind of going back and forth about whether we get married in Lagos or London, right? And you know what a Lagos wedding is like, where, they do family style or they do plated service. And the brief was bring Lagos to London. Like, that was the brief. So naturally, like, numbers will hike up if you do family style and not like buffet. And then we wanted to go for a reputable caterer that we know that could actually
deliver.
Yeah. And that also has a bit of a price tag to it. So
girl, listen, I was highly impressed. People kept on sending me, I don't know if I got tagged in the video, but I know people kept on sending the video to me and they were like, wow, like, you need to get her on the podcast. You need to get her on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, how? But even then, though it wasn't 1.6 and still 1.1, I haven't done the maths.
It's still a lot. Like, I know it's still a lot.
It's still a lot. And I'm sure that's like 2 people's wedding budget.
It was a lot.
One. But you're a doctor. That's 50% of, whatever it is that your husband does as well. So like,
Yeah, I guess
love black I love a bit of black excellence.
Thank you.
I love the fact that you guys went all in, brought the Lagos to London vibes as well.
Yeah.
And it translated as well when we, the viewers, I know what it's not
the viewers,
I know, right? The viewers. But we, the viewers, were watching and we're like, wow. So yeah, okay, cool. Let's move on as well. I don't know if there's anything else. How was that? Okay, so as a whole, like, how did you find like bringing the families together, the bridesmaids? Did you have the same bridesmaids you had for the trad for the white wedding?
No, so I had like my trad girls and then I had 8 bridesmaids.
Okay.
Yeah, and I felt like, I guess, your families are important stakeholders. Everyone has their opinion and like what they want. And to be quite honest, like, it was our families that covered the trad. So they covered the trad.
You said that from the beginning.
Sorry,
it makes sense.
But we are in a very like blessed and privileged position, and we can't like deny that it's a testament of God's grace and provision, for real. So we don't take it for granted. But I guess the families coming together, it wasn't an issue. Like, everyone was there because they love us and they love our love. So it wasn't that. It's just kind of combining, I don't know, my mum's opinion or my father-in-law's opinion and just getting everyone on the same page. That was a bit difficult.
I really, really love that. I love where there's like this family support. And you see it as well, because I feel like in order to execute a wedding of that level anyway, and I'm speaking specifically for the trad, but or even just everything anyway, I feel like it shows in how everything is executed, from how the families are dressed, to how everybody interacts, to what the guests are saying and how, do you know what I mean? Like, you can tell that it was a well thought out, I'm sure very stressful, but well thought out, and everybody is on the same page when it comes to executing this day. So congratulations.
Thank you.
We're lucky to be privileged. No, I understand, because I was also very, me and my husband were very, very fortunate as well to have family support as well. And one thing that I learned from my live shows as well, because I was talking and I was like, you're always going to get family support. Not everyone gets that,
It's true.
Not everyone gets that when that comes to weddings. And everyone were like, no, everyone was like correcting me and they were like, Aisha, no, that's you. Your parents and your family were able to contribute to your wedding, but we don't all get that. Some of us are just left for dead to figure it out.
Yeah.
So congratulations on being privileged.
Thank God. We do thank God.
And in regards to your white wedding, talk to me about that as well. So like, how did you find How many people did you have at your white wedding? Let's start with that.
So I think we invited about 240 and a bit, but about 235 showed up on the day.
2, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really good. Were you strict with like the invites?
Yeah. So it was kind of like no kids unless they're like breastfeeding or under the age of 1 sort of thing. So we were quite strict. We definitely wanted it more intimate. Like that, the white wedding was my baby. Do you know what I mean? Like we said, the trads, they already claimed it as theirs. So the white wedding was definitely like our baby and like where our vision and our desire came to life. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that's really, really lovely. So you, do you mind me asking about the budget? Because I know like you said that the trad was for the family. Yeah. What was something I'm trying to incorporate as well, just to help a future bride. You don't have to say the exact budget. Yeah. But it would be nice to know what it is that you guys had allocated to this segment of getting married.
Yeah. Okay. So like everyone, you Google how much does a wedding cost in the UK? I saw 20K. 20K. It's a little bit now, like 30K. I was like, okay, cool. Let's just add 10K. 40K was our initial budget. And do you know what? I will say to anyone, you can have a wedding despite what budget you have. You can do a wedding in £1,000. You can do a wedding with 100+ K. However, you just have to be strict with your budget if you have a strict budget. We did go significantly over 40K, and that's because of all the add-ons. I said, I like a perfume bar.
Listen, this whole perfume bar thing, I'm so sorry. I'm going to give my opinion. Okay. You've had your wedding now.
Yeah.
But why? Like, I just feel like it's very unnecessary, but I understand it. I understand like being a consumer and just being like, well, it's nice, the aesthetics, like, but what is the hype around this whole perfume bar? I see them at a lot of weddings at the moment.
So I think like giving souvenirs at our wedding is traditional, right? So we just wanted a more authentic way to gift and thank our guests, So we were like, why don't they create their own scent that can remember this day? Me and my husband, we love perfumes. My sisters, we love we just love perfume. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, this is such a nice touch.
Just to let you guys know, Sis in the back is like, Sis in the back, like, we do. Okay, lovely. So then I like that. So then it's basically an alternative to like the traditional souvenir.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Because before I was like, why do people need perfume? Like cake stands, I get, like desserts, I get, but like the perfume, as much as it looks nice, I didn't understand it.
No, I get it.
That makes white wedding. So the budget got to about what, like, how much did you say?
So we spent significantly over 40K. I won't disclose the full amount, but significantly over 40K.
Okay. Yeah. Do what you will with that information. But yeah, so and that was for a count of about 240
guests. Yeah.
And including maybe up to 10 kids as well, I would imagine. Well, they're not even kids, they're like they're newborns.
Yeah.
So they're not even part of the budget. So that's good. And how did you find that day? How did you find putting the white wedding? Because now that was your baby.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your baby. How did you find bringing that day together?
So I think naturally the trad got a lot of attention. And because the white wedding was just my husband's decision, my decision, I think maybe we were like, hey, cool, this is just us. So it was easier to plan, I would say.
Yeah.
But maybe we didn't give it as much thought as we could have, in the sense of, it's 1,000 people, we need to sort out 1,000 people, guest experience and whatnot. And we know that the people coming to our white wedding are people who mean a lot to us. So although we wanted an enhanced guest experience, we knew that, okay, cool, we can just breathe a little bit. Doesn't feel more of a performance, it doesn't feel like we have to please one auntie that we don't know. But yeah, we did want to prioritize like the guest experience, like creating an authentic wedding that represents our love. And I feel like that definitely was the case. I think, naturally there are mishaps that happen on the day. They say act of God, it rained.
Oh,
it rained,
Listen, you don't need to tell me. I'm sitting down and I'm listening to you and I'm like, I resonate so much with everything that you're saying.
Yeah.
But how did you react when it rained?
At first, like the day I was getting my makeup done, getting my hair done, looked outside, beautiful scene. It's like, oh, thank God it's not going to rain. And then it started to rain.
Oh
Our plan A was to have an outdoor ceremony. And then we had to move it indoors. It was still beautiful. Like, you know, it's the will of God. That's what we accept and say. But, you know, naturally as women, we're perfectionists, right? I was like,
especially when it comes to your wedding day.
Yeah, it's like, imagine if we did this, and imagine that, like, we had it like that. And, you know, it wasn't that way, but it was still beautiful nonetheless. And we had a whale of a time. Like, it was so much fun. Like, you could, like, let loose.
Tell.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I wouldn't have known those details if I'm not asking you now. Yeah. You know? Sorry, you were saying.
But yeah, no, I was just saying it's so much fun. Like, very few pictures from the after party because my hair was crazy, child. I love because it's like the last day. No more of this. I know my October paycheck is my own. Do you know what I mean? It was just nice. It was so much fun.
I love that. And I feel that definitely happens, especially when you pour all your energy into the trad. I know firsthand, like, same thing happened with me. We had 50 people there for our white wedding.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like, we didn't really need to give it much energy, but like you said, definitely, I understand completely. Looking at other people's, like, hold on, maybe I could have done my hair like this, and actually, maybe I should have gone a bit harder with the dress, actually, because you're going so hard, worried about the dresses coming from Nigeria.
Exactly.
You're not even thinking about like
shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's what sometimes I think. I can't lie. I did have post-wedding blues because of stuff like that. But my husband reminded me, like, it's one day in the grand scheme of your forever. Like, this is what you should be thinking of, like your marriage, not just the wedding day.
Literally.
So it's like, now it's like, I can breathe. I see beautiful weddings. I would have been like, you know, I could have done that, could have done this, but do you know what? Our day was ours and we loved it regardless,
literally.
You know?
And the wedding, the thing about weddings as well, there will always be a new trend. There will always be a better way of doing something. Everything is always evolving. So you can't like bask in that energy or that like that thought process, and just like you've got to learn to be content as well.
Exactly.
Because I think a lot of the time it does happen where people feel I've been transparent about I literally woke up the next day after my white wedding and started crying because it rained as well. I did destination wedding.
I know, and you don't expect it for the destination wedding. I get it.
So it's
still beautiful. I remember looking back at your photos. Stunning.
I was like, oh my god, that's literally everyone's like, oh my god, that's so pretty. I'm like,
beautiful.
So it sounds like you had a ball, and I loved even sharing the story, reminding me that I actually put up a story today.
Oh yeah,
and I asked the people to ask you some questions.
Okay, I'm scared.
I don't know if there's anything else. No, it won't be. It won't be. I hope it won't. Like, usually my followers are quite good. They're they're not. They ask sensible things. So we got 3 questions in the inbox. Well, actually, no, 2, because someone said, I said, ask Vanessa a question. They said, no, you need to get me on the podcast. I got married in April. You will be contacted.
But take a breather after the wedding. Sometimes you have so much like strong emotions that you have so much to say, but you want to come from a place where you've properly processed everything and you can be like cute and classy and diplomatic.
Yes,
things, you know?
I think so. I think that's a good. I have a feeling. I'll think about this. I don't want people to have too much time.
Not too much time.
But like enough to like remember the memories of the wedding.
Yeah, for sure.
But completely. And that's why I like interviewing people after they've got married. I feel like there's a certain level of delulu people have. Like, no disrespect, because I was there. And I'm sure you were like, you're deluded before you have the wedding, and then things happen on the actual day, and you're like, actually, maybe I wouldn't have gone with this person, or I wouldn't have done that had I known. So it's always nice to like catch people in their reflective states. Okay, cool. So the first question, or one of the 2 questions that we had, was: did you want a 1,000 person wedding, or was your hand turned by family? I feel like you kind of answered that, but like if you could maybe directly answer the question.
No. No, that was not the plan. It went from 800 to 1,000 to 1.1. And then obviously, as I said, 1.5K came on a day. But honestly, looking back, I wouldn't change it for the world. It was the most surreal day, had so much fun. And as I said, you know, my husband is the only son of a big Yoruba family, like having people, everyone from all over the world come and celebrate. And even just thinking like, of, you know, my family went through such a hard time, like with bereavement a couple years before. So having the same people that we mourned with to come to celebrate us is so beautiful. And originally I was like, Mum, like, Dad, you're inviting too many people, too many aunties. But you know who are the most generous people?
The aunties and the uncles.
They're very, very generous. And it's just, they're so generous. And those are the people that blessed us the most. So now
you get paid back. You get rewarded. So long as you stay on the dance floor, you're not upstairs faffing about with
and stuff. Yeah. said that. Yeah. 2,000 people, yeah. So this was actually smaller than what our family wanted.
So for context on top of the context,
Yeah.
Sis has just kindly, sorry, Sis, I keep calling you Sis, but what is your name? Sorry.
Peace.
Peace, Vanessa's sister. Sister Peace. Sister
Yeah.
Peace has just given us the context that actually your husband's family actually wanted it. Well, first of all, you did some viewings in Nigeria, from my understanding.
Well, they did, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did the viewings,
Yeah.
and it was going to be a minimum of 2,000 people had you
Probably.
done it in Lagos.
Yeah.
So actually bringing it to London
Was
a
actually
way
more
of filming. It was a way of
Intimate with 1,000
Someone's gonna be
people.
sitting at home.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's crazy.
That's
It's
mad.
crazy.
That's
But, yeah.
absolutely mad.
Yeah.
So was 800 like the starting point then?
Yeah,
for
the
you?
very, very, so like when
That's
we
the
were
very
inquiring,
minimum.
you know, at the like London venues that we know could host that many people, it was 800. And then we're like, 1,000.
wow.
And then, yeah. So
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
somehow, some way, you guys kind of met in the middle in the end, then I guess.
I guess.
I
suppose
worth it in the end, though. Worth
Yeah,
it in the
yeah,
end,
yeah,
I
for
think.
sure, for sure.
So yeah, to answer that question, it's a big fat no. Okay, what hold on, let me say that again. What was a 1,000 person wedding like in reality?
Oh
So I
my
guess like we've touched on that.
Yeah.
But like as the bride on the day, you're seeing
Yeah.
1,000 plus people in front of you.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, let's go to 1.5 because that's what it was.
Yeah.
How talk to me about some of the feelings that you had as well on the day.
Like nerve-wracking at first.
Really?
Yeah, very nerve-wracking, but exciting and surreal. But I guess naturally, so with like bigger ceremonies or bigger weddings, you lose the intimacy. So I'll see someone across the room and I can see them trying to like catch my hand, smile, and I'm like, oh, I wish I can just go over and have a
give
little
them a
chin
hug,
wag with you,
yeah.
hug them, thank them for coming to the wedding. But I just hope that they know that I appreciate them regardless.
Of course.
That's the only thing where you just kind of lose that intimacy. And I'm like someone that loves that one-on-one conversation, but it's all right.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
complete sense. You're like a little doll when everyone's just like watching.
Yeah,
you
and
perform.
pulling me around, go to this room,
Yeah.
go greet this uncle and whatnot. So, yeah.
Questions.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to name this segment. I'm going to name this segment. I don't know. But basically, there's been a lot of like chitter chatter about weddings. So for context, wedding topics were not really like, they weren't like fun to talk about. But I guess we're now at that age where like a lot more people are doing weddings and a lot more, stylish ways as well.
Sure.
So they're now becoming hot topics.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing a lot of like statements and think pieces floating around. And I thought, you know what, let's bring that back here where it originally started, which is in the bride's room. And let's talk about some of these things. So with that being said, I've just done a little scroll around social media, just to see what's been going on in recent times. And there are some statements that I've seen, and I just thought, you know what, I want to know if you respectfully or disrespectfully agree with some of these statements.
Sure.
Okay, this one's This person said on Twitter, it's called X, but I still call it Twitter. Sorry, guys. The more I'm a bridesmaid or involved in a wedding, the more I don't want a bridal party when I get married.
Oh,
do you respectfully or disrespectfully agree with that statement?
I'm going to say disrespectfully. No, I'm not disrespectful. Respectfully disagree. Respectfully disagree. Reason being that I think my girls and obviously my husband's guys, like they just added so much vibrance and fun to the whole wedding planning process. Like when we can just breathe and go and have like a meet up, go bowling, go catch a couple drinks, and then people to like plan your bridal shower and your hen do. However, and there's always a however, you know,
however, shout out to the receipt.
When you bring, I can only talk for myself, I brought 8 very opinionated, strong-minded women who love me very much. But they, as I said, very opinionated. So sometimes people will clash. And then in those moments, you'll be like, should I have?
Yeah.
But overall, I'm happy I had my girls by my side.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, I've been a bridesmaid before, and you're like, oh, you sweat and you might clash and whatnot. But I feel like they add to the experience for sure.
No, I completely understand, especially when like your bridesmaids are opinionated as well and like accomplished. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially the older we get as well, the more accomplished, the more mature everybody is. Therefore, the more confident everybody is to say what they like and don't like.
Yeah.
But I guess it's all about remembering why we're here at the end of the day.
Exactly.
The key that I've learned though, or I think I'm learning, I think the hack is to kind of like still do your job, whatever job that has been allocated to you as a bridesmaid, but then just lay low. I feel if you are not maid of honor.
Answer your messages.
Huh?
Answer your messages.
Yeah, that
don't
part.
lay low when you don't answer your messages. That's
don't go ghost.
infuriating.
No, there's a difference between laying low and going ghost. We're not saying go ghost.
Yeah.
But definitely I feel like it's when you're always doing a bit too much. That's where the clashes begin. Because
you're right.
I feel, but I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right.
I haven't done it enough times to know, but I think that might be the key to success. Okay, next statement I've seen is, if I ever got married, it's giving elope. It's too many moving parts for one day. Do you respectfully or disrespectfully agree?
I respectfully agree. Is it? As somebody who had a big wedding, I will still say, you know when you see on Instagram those people that just went,
they're just standing there with their bouquet,
like on Lake Como on a boat, and I'm like, all they have is themselves
with
with
a
two
sign with the man rowing the boat.
By the way,
the driver. Sorry.
And I am very much team prioritizing your life after the wedding. So when you spend so much money on the day, I guess sometimes it can take away from the investments and savings. And that's for something, because I feel like some people are literally breaking the bank to get married these days. Yeah. And I don't agree. I think everyone should cut their cloth according to their size.
For sure.
And like prioritize your life after the marriage for sure. So that's why I understand if people want to elope. If that's, if you don't have the budget to get married, don't get married. Go on, elope, child.
That's the thing. But I do feel like elopement causes, especially like for the demographic that watch this show, I don't feel like, my opinion is that I don't feel like eloping, I don't feel like you can be at peace after eloping as an African. Because eloping, if we go by what elopement means to me anyway, eloping is just you and your husband. Nobody else is there to witness the wedding. I feel like that causes more problems down the line. Anyway, let me speak for myself. But I could just only imagine like me and my husband going off to sign the documents and then coming back and be like, hey guys, we're married.
Yeah.
Today I'm only able to be in the studio now because I've got childcare and we have childcare.
People around you, sure.
I just feel like my family would be like, when
they'll be livid.
Now you need us.
They'll be angry.
Do you know what I mean?
I would say though that I think some people have good ideas where they're like, you know what, my husband and I, we're just going to go do our vows in private and get married and maybe just have a wedding celebration a couple months or a year down the line. And I guess that's still technically...
Do you think that's still eloping?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess so. Because it doesn't happen. Yeah, I don't know. I think I personally, respectfully... agree with that statement. Okay. I mean, disagree with that statement.
Fine.
Respectfully,
I hear it.
though.
I do hear it.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I hear it.
No, but I get you. I get like not wanting to have the ag and like the stress of it all. Yeah. But at the same time, I just don't feel like in the long run.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone down well.
Yeah, no, I don't.
So don't take my advice. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because your family wanted 2,000 people. Next one. Simple, intimate weddings is the way to go. Respectfully or disrespectfully agree?
I guess, I don't know. Yes and no. Reason being, I think that wedding should be authentic to you and represent your love and union. If you guys are quiet, introverted people, do your small and intimate wedding. That's all right. Yeah. But if you like it big and loud and you've got a big family like we do, and you just want to have like a big wedding, do as you please. Do you know what I mean? So neither agree nor disagree. I'm in the middle.
Indifferent. Yeah, no. And sorry, there was a point that you made that I actually wanted to talk about, but that was at the previous point, which was about people breaking the bank for weddings. I feel like weddings now are so expensive.
Oh gosh. It's
and
crazy.
I feel like everyone feels, and this is something that I'm trying to like I feel like it started working, but I feel like, anyway, the point that I'm making is that people feel like they have to do what the next person is doing. So like someone would have seen
Exactly.
your wedding and feel like, oh my God, I need to have at least a minimum of 1,000 people at my wedding because that's what is done at weddings.
Yeah.
But I don't think people understand that like that's your family's
Right. Exactly.
setup.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're just like trying to play this whole game of like there's no rules to this wedding thing.
There's no rules.
and on top of that, it's like you said, super, super expensive. A couple that these guys, I feel like they might even be your friends actually because he was liking up the story today.
Okay.
I went on Sent Back podcast. I don't know if you know
yeah. Both of them got married.
yeah,
Went to their weddings. So much fun, by the way.
But no, they were saying on their podcast that food is more than the venues.
By
now.
the way,
Hey,
so high. Yeah.
no, true, because you
Yes.
how though? I'm just deep in it. What the hell?
It's crazy, but you know what? I saw a breakdown when it comes to like the cutlery, like the plates
If
and
that's
all
all
of that.
included, fair.
And everything's included. And I saw how, like, I think it was a caterer break down their costs. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe the profit isn't as mad as we
think
think.
it is, yeah.
And at the end of the day, especially as Nigerians, food and entertainment,
We love
don't
it.
slack.
We love
don't
it.
slack.
Yeah.
So be ready to pay the costs.
That's
Be ready to
crazy.
pay
though.
the
I'm
cost.
just deep in it. Like your food was literally more than your venue.
Yeah.
Was it on both weddings though?
On both white wedding, more or less the same.
Wow. Wait, hold on.
Same
Same
cost.
as
No, same cost as the venue.
Oh my God, I was about to say.
God, we're not crazy like that. Yeah, but like same cost as the venue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've been jumping all over the place. So that's respectfully disagree. Oh, one more that I wanna just throw in there.
Sure. I feel like I know. Go for
Someone
it.
said, if I'm not invited to the entire day, I'm not coming. Respectfully or disrespectfully agree?
I respectfully disagree.
Really?
However, I do understand that sentiment. I feel like, especially I've been kind of privy to the discourse online about,
Yeah, let's
why am I an evening guest and whatnot.
Let's talk about that for a second because I saw that. Even I had to do it because I was even triggered. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
okay, tell me your thought process. Sorry.
So I'm going to be as diplomatic as I can. I think I get the sentiment of the guests, right? You get the save the date, you take annual leave, you buy your Ashrabi, and all of a sudden you hear that, you should come at 5 p.m. or 8 p.m. or whatever. So it's like, oh, why did I just waste a whole day of annual leave? Or would I have bought Ashra if I know that I'm only invited to so-and-so
evening.
time? And I think it also reveals perhaps where one stands relationally with someone else. So maybe you think you're closer to the couple than you may actually be. So you thought you should be invited to the more intimate parts. And, I completely get that. But on the other side, as I guess a recent bride who did have like people have to stagger the time, I get it. Like whether it be due to costs or whether it be that they just want their family and their loved ones at the more intimate parts, like I get it. Or in our case, maybe our families said they will invite X amount, but they end up inviting X plus hundreds. And, in our culture, it's all about like honor and respect for your more
Elders,
senior people,
yeah.
right? So they have to come early. They have to be seated and whatnot. But us young people, we will come later. We will enjoy the evening party till 1, 2 a.m., whatever.
Standing about,
100
gisting.
Exactly.
We don't
Taking
need to be
pictures.
paying for head count for that.
Exactly. So when I saw the discourse, I said, because I know you'll still come. You'll still eat your
Late.
abula. You'll come late. You'll take a picture in your ashra. You'll
Be
drive
outside
to,
chilling in the
do you know what I
foyer when the
mean?
ceremony is going on.
Exactly.
And that's the thing as well. Like when that discourse happened, by the way, I love that creator that put out that video, by the way. So I want to be very clear, but I think it's more about the topic itself and the reaction that we were seeing to the video.
Yeah.
I just felt like, and it wasn't just me, because I feel like anyone that's currently a bride was probably super triggered by that.
By the way, yeah.
Anyone that's been a bride was just rolling their eyes like, easy for
Literally.
you guys to talk, because I think a lot of the time people think that planning a wedding is the same as planning your birthday party. So I think sometimes people feel like they're well versed in planning events. No, baby. A wedding is a different type of event to a birthday party or any type of special function you've done
Definitely.
ever before.
For sure.
Just because when vendors love you guys, or maybe don't love you guys. I don't know which ones are watching. But when they hear it's a wedding, the price does skyrocket, and we have to acknowledge that. But ultimately, as well, you have to, like, as a couple, if you're going to spend this amount of money, you need to basically weigh up, like, the risk, like, the people I'm inviting, giving the full invite to, will they actually honor this?
Exactly.
Am I giving you the invite? Is your ego just bruised right now because you got an 8 p.m. invite, or were you actually intending to attend to my wedding at 4 p.m. or 12 p.m. or whatever time? Because I feel like a lot of the time, younger guests, they don't, like, you're there for vibes, let's be real. And we want you there for vibes. Hence why you get the 8 p.m. invite.
No, 100%. Health and safety.
True. Health and safety. Foot flow. Managing the foot flow, right?
Yeah.
No, 100%. You can't accommodate that many people. Literally. Literally.
No, exactly. And the Meridian had an issue, even with our numbers being 1,000 as it is.
Why?
So I think it's because that's their I think that it just went over their maximum amount. So then it was like, okay, cool. We just had to stagger it a little bit. So, you know, I like the people who were disgruntled by that at our wedding. We know that they still ate. They still had a good time.
They took
a picture in the after. We saw, you know the chandelier.
Follow me,
the chandelier.
Vanessa. Your husband's name is Toby, right?
Yeah.
Follow me to Vanessa and Toby's wedding. A time was had.
It's okay. It's what it is.
We like complain. We don't care. We know the money we spent, and we know we tried our best to accommodate you to the best of our abilities.
Exactly.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like we've dived nicely into your wedding. I think with friends, if you need dropouts, like
in terms of like friends or on the day.
Yeah. Well, how are your friendships? Yeah. You know what? I saw a TikTok. Yeah. I'm trying to squeeze everything into this hour.
Let's try our best.
Like, literally, let's try our best. I'm cramming it all in. But I saw a TikTok where, actually, let me show you, where I think she's a bride, she's engaged, and she was basically saying how weddings or being a bride really affects, like, there needs to be a study conducted on how friendships are impacted by weddings or like your friend being engaged. I wish the video would load, but it's not loading.
But no, I get the idea of what
like, how was your friendships impacted? Did you feel like, I'm sure whilst you had some strengthened through this process, I'm sure there were like some eye-opening moments as well. Let's get into that just a little bit, if you don't mind.
I will say, like, friendships were naturally affected. I always say that sometimes it was on my side, sometimes it was on the other person's side, i.e., I don't know, maybe I didn't make someone a bridesmaid, but they may have expected it to be. And perhaps I didn't go about that the right way, just like kind of informing them before. And naturally, they'll be upset. But, you know, with those friendships, although at first it was a bit like hard and we were a bit distant, like we had very mature conversations and we were able to work through them, and I'm still good friends with them now.
Oh, lovely.
And like that was okay. I guess when it came to my bridesmaids, loved them down, they're all my sisters. But again, you know, sometimes we did clash and there was a bit of distance with like one or two after the wedding. But again, if you truly choose people who you think are your sisters and are for lifers, I think be intentional about maintaining those friendships and having the emotional intelligence to have frank, honest conversation where you can hear both people's sides, because so much is invested, not just as couples, but like your bridesmaids, they spend so much on the bridal shower, the hen do, their dresses, like it's a big investment for them as well. So just be ready to have conversations and hear both people's sides as well.
No, I completely understand what you're saying there. And I think, that's what sisterhood is all about, right?
Yeah.
And I probably don't say it as much on this podcast, but like I do feel like a lot of like the wedding, just as much as like it's entertaining to hear, oh, what did this bride go through? But a lot of this is centered around friendship and relationships, you know, whether platonic or romantic, a lot of the time mostly platonic, to be honest. And just like, how do you overcome those turbulent moments? How do you kiss them goodbye and just be like, you know what? You were there for that season in my life and now I kind of have to move on. But I think it's really, I think there's something beautiful about being able to also put your hands up as well, because one thing as well, I try my best to hold my guests accountable as well. Sometimes they might be like, well, they didn't plan my hen do. Well, did you give them enough information?
No, exactly.
Were you communicating enough? And I think it's really nice where you were like, well, actually, I may have let the ball drop a bit.
No,
you know,
100%.
in certain areas.
Yeah, and I would say for brides, like, again, it's such an emotionally charged process for you. Try your best to not be a bridezilla. Like, you can ask my girls, my whole motto was be calm. There's some things that you can just park and address at a later date. Not everything has to have that anger or that sadness or have such strong emotions. Like, there's so much on your plate already. Just
breathe.
Breathe. Be classy.
Be a baby girl.
Calm. Be in your baby doll era. Like, you are a princess, honey. Like, you're not a bridezilla. You're not a bridezilla. Don't be a bridezilla. It's not cute. It's not cute.
Yeah, no, I think, for sure. I feel like when it comes to friendship, and maybe I'm going to talk about this in another episode because currently I watch Real Housewives. I don't know if you watch Real Housewives.
I haven't. I need to. My sister's been on me. My girls have been on me to watch Desperate Housewives.
And Shamia thing going on right now with the whole friendship breakup. And a lot of people are linking it back to when Portia didn't turn up for Shamia when she was getting married. Portia didn't go to Shamia's wedding. And a lot of people are saying that the issues that they're having today, which is, I'm sure it's probably like 10 years later, links back to when Portia never showed up to Shamia's wedding and how I think she didn't even go to her bridal shower. You know. Anyway, we'll talk about that in another episode. Let's focus on Vanessa. I feel like this has been such a fun episode. I know someone's going to be in the comments like, I wish this episode was longer. Me too.
Oh my God, is that it?
Me too, guys. But before you go as well, we have a dilemma. If you don't mind me asking, somebody has written into the podcast. So let's see what the listeners are going through and let's see if Vanessa can help us.
I'll try my best.
Let's see what we can do. So, okay. 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 Actually, I feel like this is even befitting for today's episode. Then. But let's see. Well, not befitting. I don't think this is happening to you, but you'll get what I'm saying. So this dilemma reads, do we let my fiance's first cousin be a bridesmaid? Even though she's a known thief or risk... Wait, hold on. Do we let my fiance's first cousin be a bridesmaid even though we know she's a known thief or risk blowing up the family by replacing her?
Thief.
Let's see. So, my fiance's first cousin has a reputation in the family for stealing. We're not talking about rumors, cash. No, wait, hold on. I need to get through this part crazy, but like,
anyway, let me finish listening.
Remember, newlywed. You're talking from a wife's perspective now, but like you're newlywed. You don't want to rock the boat. But anyway, let me even read the dilemma. My fiance's first cousin has a reputation in the family for stealing. We're not talking about rumors. Cash has gone missing at birthdays, jewelry has disappeared after parties, and one of the family weddings, she was accused of pocketing some of the money that was sprayed on the couple. Everyone knows about it, but instead of confronting her, the family just tells people to keep an eye on their things. Now, here's the problem. My future mother-in-law insisted she'd be one of my bridesmaids because she's family. At our traditional wedding, the bridesmaids will be responsible for collecting and safeguarding all the dollar bills, cash sprayed on us throughout the ceremony. I've quietly suggested giving that role to someone else, but my future mother-in-law says that would embarrass the cousin and cause a huge family scandal. My fiance agrees she's not the most trustworthy, but says we should just pray nothing goes missing. Am I wrong for wanting to remove her as a bridesmaid before our wedding money starts disappearing, or should I trust her for the sake of keeping the peace?
No, baby girl, you're not crazy. You're not
How
crazy.
do we navigate this?
I think in the moment, everything seems so much bigger and everything is inflated. But now in hindsight, as a bride, like looking back at a situation where they're like, you know, if you don't do this, it'll be like a massive uproar in the family. And now looking at us now, it's not that deep. And at the end of the day, I think, you know, you spend so much money on your big day and you will get sprayed a lot of money, God willing, you know, if you have people that are generous. And to risk that being compromised, like your gifts, I just don't think that's wise. I think in this case, exercise wisdom. If you have the facts there, make the informed decision. You know, and I think everything can, from your side, just keep yourself clear. Have very honest and non-biased conversations with your mother-in-law, with your husband-to-be, and explain. And they might not be happy with it, but at the end of the day, baby girl, you have to put yourself first. put you first, knowing that at the end of the day, it's not going to be a big thing. The relationship might be affected, naturally so, between you and the first cousin after the wedding. But if someone is a renowned thief,
I know.
how close do they need to be with you, regardless of if they're family or not?
But is even the husband saying, let's pray? What did you
Let's
say?
pray.
Let's pray.
My God is a God of wisdom as well, by the way.
What do you even say to your fiance at the time? Because I do feel like as well, like, if I'm being honest, just like through speaking to engaged brides,
Yeah.
I do feel like sometimes when an issue arises, and in this case, someone actually steals money, there's evidence, or it's known, by the wider family. A lot of the time, I do find sometimes grooms can be very passive when it comes. They this thing is going to cause an issue.
I'm just thinking of this TikTok that I watched, where there was this like guest dressed in a cloud, and he was using his leg to bring money towards him, and the groom slapped him. That's what I'm saying. You say you're calm. The grooms say they're calm, but when there's something to rile them up, you don't want your character to be compromised.
Exactly.
So if you want a smooth day, eliminate things that can not make the day smooth.
You have to address it before it gets to the day. That's what I believe.
Exactly.
Anyway, even though it might be a hard conversation, it might even cause uproar. Let it. I feel like it's better for the uproar to happen outside of the wedding, so that by the time we get to the actual wedding day, we're all aligned. There's no one we're all on the same page.
By the way.
No,
that's what I think, because there's already things on a day that may not go to plan, and you have to deal with that. So now
that's one less thing.
There's a renowned thief, and you're now watching this babe collects money. So now you're going to, interrupt your whole classy thing to now slap someone from. Come on, babe,
and that'll be caught on camera, by the way, in this TikTok generation. In this TikTok generation,
no, babe,
where weddings are always going viral. So I just don't think it's worth it. I definitely agree with you. I think. It's not worth it. Will it affect the relationship? Possibly. But do I really want someone like that in my future my home? No, not really as well.
Exactly.
So, off you go, sis. It's just down to like your husband or the groom, let me say, being aligned with the bride. Like, you guys just have to be aligned in it.
Exactly, 100%.
But I think that's everything for today, to be honest.
Yeah? Okay.
We've had a great yapping session.
Very, very much so.
It sounds like you had so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sister Peace, actually, you know what? Let me just ask the question. So, now that we have done the wedding, we've done the trad, we're nearly 12 a year, basically, post-weddings. What's married life like now? So you've gone from bride, engaged, to now wedded. And obviously you've spoken about how beautiful, how lovely it's been traveling, having your own money. But what's it like? How's the transition been for you?
Oh, I think it's truly been one of the best experiences ever. Like, this transition into wifehood to a man that's truly a good man has been so beautiful. I think one thing that we very much so did during our engagement period is plan for life outside of wedding. So, we bought our house, we knew where we were going for a honeymoon, we planned our travels afterwards, we did marital or premarital counseling, because sometimes you hear of these horror stories where it's you have this great wedding and then you're just at it. And we spoke to a lot of couples older than us or who have been married for some time and asked them, what would you change or what would you do now? And we kind of worked on those things, worked on our communication, conflict resolution. So that's what I'll say to all brides, make sure you prioritize life outside of marriage, outside of the wedding. Your marriage is your number one priority, not necessarily the wedding.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think as much as this platform is, it focuses heavily on the actual wedding, when the aesthetics and blah blah blah. There is a real life.
There's real life outside.
It will shock you.
We ain't got nothing to do with that. It will shock you, for real.
Definitely shock you, and I agree as well. As a Christian, I don't know. I mean, I guess non-Christians can do the premarital stuff as well. I feel like I found it very helpful, very insightful. Lovely to speak to people that have been engaged and married for years as well. To be what's the real? Give us the real. Question though, and one that I don't usually ask, but I should ask more of. Where did you guys go for your honeymoon, and did you go straight away after your wedding as well?
No, so we didn't go straight away after. I think we went over Christmas, New Year's, and we went to Mauritius. Oh, so dreamy.
For how long?
We went for 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, so we had Christmas and New Year's there, you know. Like,
Oh,
just us
lovely.
two.
Oh my God, you've really been enjoying
We enjoyed,
Nice.
amazing. So, you know, some people, you might not have the capacity to do plan your weddings and your honeymoon. It's okay to wait. You don't need to go 2 days after when you're exhausted. Like, breathe, you know, if you need to save up a bit of money to get to do your honeymoon, do just that. We had so many weddings after our wedding as well that we were like, let's just delay it and just do Christmas and New Year's abroad, you know?
Nice.
So.
Yeah, that is really, really lovely. And Mauritius, what a beautiful destination.
Oh, it was so
as
gorgeous.
well. What hotel did you stay in, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, are they gonna? Well, okay. No. I'll actually plug the Lux group. Amazing, all inclusive. Time of my life.
Really? I'm going to try and find some. I'm going to get some videos.
The Lux Grand
We're going to get videos of you
oh my gosh.
drinking cocktails. That must have been amazing.
It was
2
so
weeks.
good. 2 weeks. Did get a bit of food poisoning. So
but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. These things happen.
It was still good though.
But no, Vanessa, thank you so much for coming into the bride's room. I'm so glad that we've spoken so much. Probably by the time we combine all the times we've interacted, we have spoken so much. So it's just so lovely to see you on the other side of things. Still beautiful as ever. You know, sorry, Dr. Venessa as well. Were you a doctor when I first met you as well?
Yeah.
No, so you've been a doctor this whole time, child.
Yeah.
Well, saving the world, you know. But yeah, no, thank you so much for stepping into the bride's room, making time for me out of your busy schedule. I really genuinely do appreciate it. Usually what I love to ask as well, before I close off as well.
Yeah.
With everything that we've discussed, everything that you know now, looking back at the Vanessa that was engaged in, was it November 2024?
Exactly.
What would you say to her going into that wedding planning process?
Oh, I would say ask questions. Like whether you see a vendor that has been used by someone else and you can quickly DM them on social just to ask them how their experience was, that can save you potentially thousands of pounds, especially if you can avoid a bad vendor or if you choose a good vendor getting value for your money. Some vendors don't like being asked questions.
They don't.
You can avoid those vendors. That's all right. But you need to make informed decisions, especially when you have so many decisions to make and fatigue is real. Decision fatigue is so real. If you have more information, the easier it is to make decisions. So ask questions. That's what I would say.
I agree. And just to back up Vanessa there on that point, guys, when it comes to, like Vanessa said, if you see a vendor tagged in a bride's, don't just assume that, she had a great... She might be tagged or not even realize she's been tagged in something, and you always get the real... Because I feel like most brides are quite lovely people, to be honest. If you DM and ask, hey, I saw you use this person, did you have a good experience? 9 out of 10 times, or from my experience anyway, most people are like, yeah, sure, it was great, it wasn't good, it was bad, whatever, or just, use them, but just be careful of XYZ clause or, So I definitely agree. I think you definitely save thousands. So the questions, I don't care. And I don't care how annoying I come across as well.
No, facts. And it's if I just answer questions in time, anyway, let bygones be bygones, but it's all right.
Yeah, no, we can go on all day. But just so the people know as well, where can we find you after this episode? Are you social?
I am social. So on Instagram, I am Venessa, Venessa, and then another A and then X. And then on TikTok, trying to post more content soon. If people like the medical content, lifestyle, beauty, then it'll be Vanessa Samantha.
And we love the beautiful. We love corporate baddies.
Oh,
we love a corporate baddie.
Yeah,
so I'm here for the content.
Thank you.
We need to see more of that. So guys. It's another episode in the bride's room, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please do look out for more episodes to come. And with that being said, until next time, guys, have a lovely, lovely, lovely week. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to rate. If you like this episode, drop a comment down below. Give us some fire emojis. Just give a little something to let us know that you were feeling this one today. And have a lovely, lovely week. Lots of love. Bye. See ya.
Oh, that's a fun episode.
That one.
I'm sweating, child. I was looking for my water, I'm parched.